understand more about science. Science as it is around us. So we are going to study class 7 chapter number 11. This is our third session of the chapter transportation in animals and plants. Till now we have already understood about the working of blood, the working of heart. How come we know? Because we have studied in our earlier classes. Classes means how? In earlier sessions. Now we will move forward towards now what will be done? The filtration of blood will going to done. Where it happens, how does it happens, what are the different organ involved in it. We have to understand all such things. Now before discussion of this very topic, let me ask you one thing. Have you ever seen your mother making tea? So what does she do? She used to add all the ingredients like she add very first she take a bowl. In that bowl she adds water, a cup of water or 2 cups of water. Thereafter she adds tea leaves, sugar, even sometimes tulsi leaves. Thereafter when it starts boiling she adds water into milk into it. Now ultimately after boiling, see, she switch off the gas and the tea is ready. After that what happens? What does she take? Now the time is to, are you be able to drink that tea with its tea leaves? No. अब क्या करना होता है? मम्मा क्या करती है? मम्मा चाय को छानती है. Why does she do such things? Why she do? She used to do that just to make sure that tea leaf should not enter the tea, the pure tea which is made up of tea leaves as well as the milk. By mixing tea leaves and milk, what is ready? Your tea is ready to drink. And nobody like to drink the tea with its leaf. Just to separate both the things, she used the container like we say in Hindi, chani. Mama used to use. If you don't know, you can do, or when your mama makes a tea, just go with her. Now, same thing we are going to study in our this lecture, that how the filtration takes place and what are the parts involved in it. Before getting into it, I would like to show you its sketch of kidney. How does it works and what are the factors or the organs involved in that. Just see towards my right over here. I have written over here human excretory system, and in that I have written everything or every parts. Very first it starts with kidney, then ureter, urinary bladder, urethra, and the last is urinary opening. Now let me show it to you. Just here it is, the figure in front of you. Just see better. I think you are able to see. Now towards your left, see, I have written all the name. Can you see bean-like structure? This is called kidney. What is this? Kidney. Here the blood is filtered. Once the blood is filtered, just see ureter. It's a pipe-like structure. It moves through ureter. The urine is collected over there and then it reaches to urinary bladder. Over there, when bladder is full, then what happens? It has to go outside the body. Then through urethra. It's a small pipe. And after below the urethra there is urinary opening. From there the urine go out of the body. Just see it carefully. I hope it is clear to you. You would have seen. Nice? Okay. Now let us continue with the practical. Practical in what? Do you think why ma'am has shown you a pencil sketch? Ma'am has shown you the pencil sketch because she wants you to draw it. That's why I have shown you in that way. Now, very first, what was there? There was kidney. And beta, kidney is always bean shaped. It is always bean means how many kidney? How many kidney do you have? 2. We have 2 kidneys inside our body. There are the people who have only 1 kidney. Their 1 kidney does all the work of filtering the blood. Why do they filter? So that oxygen rich blood should be in and the waste product should be removed, and it should go out of the body in the form of what? Urine. So some people have 1 kidney, some has 2. The person who has 1 kidney, it doesn't mean he is not strong enough to be alive or to do his work. He cannot work properly. No, nothing like that, beta. This is a false statement. If somebody has told you a person having 1 kidney cannot work in comparison to the person who is having 2 kidney, so this is a false statement. Nature has created us. If you got to have 1 kidney the day you born with single kidney, it means your single kidney does the work of 2 kidneys together. It has that much power to complete 2 kidney work. I hope this is quite clear to you. So, if somebody has 1 kidney, always what you have to tell to that person? If he or she says, oh, I cannot work because since my childhood I got 1. So you can tell, no, it doesn't matter. Whether you have 1 or 2, it can work in the same way. I think this is quite clear to you. Now let me ask you, first we have discussed about the lungs. In lungs we have studied that the waste, rather the carbon dioxide rich oxygen what we take in the air. As we take in, oxygen comes in and the carbon dioxide goes out of the body. It means removal of CO2. Next, what do we have learned? Next we learned about the pumping of blood. In that also the waste product, the blood which is rich in carbon dioxide removes away. In that also removal of waste product. In that also removal of waste product. Here also we will going to learn about removal of waste product. Is it necessary to remove? Definitely yes. Rather 110% we have to remove. Otherwise we will suffer from diseases, rather major diseases. So it is very much important to remove waste product from our body. Now, the function of the kidney is to filter the blood. Okay, it used to filter the blood. It means it just take the good blood, rather the blood which is rich in oxygen inside the body, and the waste blood used to move away from the body in the form of urine. We will learn more. Let's see exactly what happens. As now we are going to learn about excretion takes place in animals. Now, when our cells perform a specific function, every cell performs a specific, rather its own function, certain waste products are released. Every cell of our body performs its own function. And beta, in every field, in every working of our cell, certain amount of waste products are also there. Now they have to be removed away from our body. So these are, now what are that waste material or waste products? They are toxic and hence to be removed from the body, as they are toxic, acidic in nature. So they have to be removed away from our body. Suppose they just remain in, so where they are, that particular portion, they are going to suck it up. Suck it up means they are going to damage that For an example, let me tell you, you got a potato basket at your home. Let one potato be the rotten one. You have to keep one potato that is rotten in a basket. Have 10 potato at a time. Between all those potato, among the 10 potato, one potato is little bit rotten one. Just keep it for 2 days. After 2 days, what will you going to find? All the 10 potatoes has been damaged. They had been spoiled too due to that one. So same thing happens inside the body. As the waste material, as the toxin didn't get out from the body, it remains in. So it will going to damage the cell with what it is as well as to other cells of the body. Why? Because all the cells are interconnected to each other. Everyone is doing the work and they all are passing the work to each other. Therefore, what will going to happen? We can have a major disease just because of the reason that there was no removal of waste, no removal of toxic from our body. I think by this example it is quite clear to you. Fine. I think this is quite clear to you that toxin is present and it has to be removed away from the body. Next, what do we have? Excretion. We have studied excretion in earlier classes too. What excretion is? Excretion actually is to throw out. In the process of digestion, the waste product or the undigested food throw out in the form of ejection from the body as the form of feces through anus. So same thing is happening in the plants too. In animals too. Let's see. The process of removed of waste produced in the cell. Which type of waste it is? Toxins. Is called excretion. The way through which the waste is produced in the cell has been thrown out from the body. It is called excretion. This process is called excretion. Now, as I have shown you the sketch of human excretory system. So these were the organs involved. So just see the working. Now what happens, beta? Our kidney filters the blood. What does it do? It just remove all the impurities from the blood and through the passage. Kidney, you know, it is located on the top. Thereafter, there is a pipe-like passage. That pipe-like passage, it is called ureter. Now, through ureter, what comes? The impure blood comes through it. The purified blood again goes up to other part of the body or to heart, whatever, where it is needed. But the impure blood then enters to ureter. Now downside, if you see, ureter is connected with the urinary bladder. What it is connected with? It is connected with urinary bladder. What is urinary bladder? It is a kind of bag. It is a kind of bag. Why I am shading? I am shading so that you can understand. What do you understand? What do you have to understand in this? In this you have to understand that it is a bag. Now bag is filled with something. What is there? It's a urine only, beta. Now sometimes what happens? This bag, suppose through ureter, what is coming? There is waste material which is entering in. Suppose this is empty. Okay? Look here. Only this is filled this much. In this condition, there is no change in our body. We are in relaxed position as I am right now. situation when the bag is filled, so what will going to happen? You will feel uneasy. It means you will go to the teacher or to your friend. If you have been somewhere, you are going to ask what? That where is the toilet? I want to go to the toilet. Why? Because your urinary bladder, it means your bag is full with urine. Okay, there is no space. That's why you are feeling uneasy and you need to just rush towards the toilet. So first it will enter to this sort of place, and what it is? It is called urethra. Urethra. Fine. Here also you can stop your urine for a minute or a 2 minutes. Okay, you can do so. Who can do? Adult. Till children, thereafter teenager, thereafter adults can stop the urine for 2 to 3 minutes. But old people cannot. The people who cross the age limit of 60, they cannot stop its urine for even 2 to 3 minutes in their urethra. It becomes very difficult. But it doesn't mean that you have to, because you can do, so you should. You should never do. Whenever you have a feeling of urine, you must go for it. Don't wait for anything. Otherwise, again, there can be any issue inside your urinary bladder too. It can harm its walls, as it is totally toxic waste material, which the material which destroys something, it is useless. So never wait. As soon as you have a feeling of going for a urine, immediately get in permission. In some situation, suppose you are in a class, teacher is busy, you can move out. Nobody can scold you. Why? Because you are going for a absolutely right purpose. So from urinary bladder, the urine reaches to urethra, and finally when you go for your toilet, the passage through which means this opening. This opening is called urinary opening. So urine will finally throw out or move out or releases out from the body through urinary opening. I think this picture, the whole system is quite clear to you. This was the again brief description. I asked you that we have to move line to line as our book. Let's see what is given over there. It is in the same way that the mechanism to filter the blood is required by the body, and that mechanism is built up inside the body in the form of kidneys. Fine. So kidney used to filter the blood. The blood reaches the two kidney. It contains both useful and harmful substances. Therefore, the useful substances are absorbed back into the blood. So as the blood enters to the kidney does the filtering work. So after filtering the good blood, the blood which is full of oxygen, what does it do? It absorbs over there, and the waste material go out from the kidney. The waste dissolved in the water are removed as urine. Blood doesn't come out. Blood changes into waste material. That waste material forms like a urine. It's a liquidy in nature. It's a urine. It is little bit yellowish and white in color. Okay. From the kidney, the urine enters to the urinary bladder through a pipe-like structure, that is tube-like structure called ureters. Okay. Then from ureters it moves to where? It moves to your urinary bladder, from their urethra and thereafter the small opening, that is called what? Urinary bladder, and the waste material in the form of urine goes out of the body. Now what does the urine consist of? Okay, listen. An adult normally passes 1 liter to 1.8 liter urine a day. Fine. In, what did I say? An adult. I am an adult. So I used to pass out 1 to 1.8 liter of urine in 24 hours, approximately this much. If it decreases, suppose I pass the urine of 500 ml only, so therefore what will happen? I will suffer from disease. So for its better outgoing, or let the waste material go ultimately out of the body, you must have to drink water as much as you can. At least 7 to 8 glass of milk you should, this thing, water you should have. Even milk also, it's also a liquid form, and but if we compare both of them, you should have water more in comparison to milk when we are talking about the removing of waste material with the help of fluid. Now next, what do we have? Now what does the urine consist of? When we pass the urine out of the body, or the urine, it is consist of 95% is water, 2.5% is urea, as well as 2.5% is other waste materials. So this is the complete structure of urine. What did I say? 70% water, 2.5% urea, and 2.5% rest is waste material too. So now what happens when we talk about summer season? As I have told you that an adult pass the urine at least 1 to 1.8 liter, okay, in 24 hours. But during summer season, what happens? As it is too much hot all around us, so what happens? Our whole body, whether it's a hand or a leg, it sweats a lot. A liquid substance comes outside our body through a small pores. If you just see your hand, there are some hairs which are coming out still. Hairs are not there, so with naked eyes actually you cannot see, but there are the small spores. Okay, from there the sweat come out from the body. That's why during summer your rate of passing out the urine decreases. It may lie between 1 liter or 80 ml somewhere over there. Why? Because the unwanted or the waste material in the form of urine, as it passes out, so it comes out even through our sweat too. That's why the rate decreases. If we move on to winters, in winter what happens? It's cold. So due to the coldness, again the level or the removal of waste material from our body can increase up the urine which we pass out. Even it could be 2 liter in 24 hours. Why? Because during winter we don't have any sweat. Any kind of sweat you don't find in your body. I think this is quite clear to you. Let's see next, what do you have? Yes, one thing more is there, that the sweat which comes out of your body, it contains two things. It has water as well as salt also present in it. You can just lick this portion of your hand. Lick means क्या है? ऐसे tongue से इसको अगर हम टेस्ट करेंगे, see, if you taste this skin with your tongue, you can feel the salt present inside your body. Salt is also very much important. You have studied in your class 6 about the problem about the lackness of iodine. Okay, it's a kind of iodine only. So if you just lick it up, you can feel the salt present in your skin. What do we have next? Now, does sweat serve any other function? Does it serve any other function? Let's see what's given. That we know that water which we keep in earthen pot. Earthen pot means matka. What happens over there? The water which we keep in earthen pot, it cools up. It cools up, and as it cools up, you just touch the outside portion of the water, you will going to find the water droplets. Why? Because it is made up of mud. So as the water droplets come out, it means the cooling is there inside the earthen pot. Same thing happens with our body. For cooling our body, the sweats come out inside the body. It is cooled. It maintains the temperature inside the body as the temperature of earthen pot is there. During summer, what the kids do? They used to drink water from the refrigerator. Beta, it is not good. Never have the refrigerator water. Even I never drink. I always drink earthen pot water, that is water which is there in matka. Why? Because in matka always air can pass through. Okay? So always drink matka water. It is good for your health. In the same way, do like that only. What it means sweat. Sweat as comes out, it remain. It makes the body temperature in a colder form or in a manageable form. Let's see what is there next. Yes, one thing most important. You would have heard about people's kidney not working properly. Their kidney stops working. So what happens in such situation? In such situation, there are two conditions. When someone's kidney stop working, so you would have heard. For example, let me take my example. I have how many kidney? I have 2 kidney. And my husband, he has also 2 kidney. My mother-in-law, all the family member, if I talk about, we all have the 2 kidneys. Suppose my father's kidney stop working. Both the kidneys stop working. So what will going to happen? Blood cannot be filtered, but it is very much necessary to filter the blood. So in such condition, I can donate my 1 kidney to my father. Even I can be survive, my father too. We both can survive with 1 kidney. Though we both have to take a lots of care. Now mine though it's fine because I was having 2, I have donated 1. So my survival is bitter easy in compared to my father's. How come? In what measure? Because his both the kidneys has been spoiled or destroyed. He has taken my 1 kidney, so he has to take care a lot. He has to do some preservation. Preservations like he cannot go out in dust area. There should be not a single pinch of dust should arrive onto him. He has to always cover his face. He has to drink only the distilled water, the water which is there in Kinley. Nowadays can are there, AquaGuard is there. Only filter water he can drink. So we can exchange our kidneys too. I was having 2 kidneys, therefore I have donated 1. Suppose I have only 1, so can I donate? No. In that condition, even I have to die. I won't be able to survive because how can my blood be filtered? So in such condition, when both the kidneys fail, it stops working, then what to be done? Actually, in that condition, that patient has to go on a regular interval of time. It depends on the age criteria. For the purpose of filtering the blood, that patient has to go to the hospital, and that process is called dialysis. During dialysis, there is a machine. Over there, two kidney-like structures are there, and inside it, when you will reach in further classes, you come to know how it works exactly. But right now, you have to understand when the kidney fails. So for filtering the blood, the patient has to be taken to the doctor or to the hospital in a regular interval of time for dialysis. The process of filtering the blood through artificial for the betterment of life, that artificial filtering of blood is done through dialysis. Okay, it's even given in your book that as the waste product accumulate inside the body, so it has to be removed. What has to be removed? Waste product. So for the removal of waste product, we need to do the dialysis. Okay, I think this much point is quite clear to you. We have understood about the dialysis process, when it has to be done and why it has to be done. Okay, so that's all for today's session. We will continue more. Still many things to go. Thank you.